UN 영어뉴스 5 cities where your travel cash goes further. From Toronto to Tokyo, these 5 cities remain surprisingly affordable compared to their more costly neighbors. Prices have been rising rapidly in cities across the world, driving the cost of living higher than ever before. In fact, the average price of goods and services rose 7.4% year over year, according to the Economist Intelligence Unit's EIU recently released 2023 Worldwide Cost of Living report. That marked a huge jump from the 2.9% average over the past 5 years. But not everywhere has been impacted equally. The report ranks 173 cities based on prices of food, clothing, rent and transportation, and other costs of 200 plus goods and services. When compared to the report's global index, some cities remain relatively low cost compared to places like Singapore and Zurich, both of which tied for the most expensive place to live. Many cities in Asia, for instance, became relatively less expensive, with 46 out of 58 cities slipping down the ranks due to a more sluggish economic recovery. Some cities also remain surprisingly affordable compared to their more costly neighbors. For travelers or digital nomads, these places can offer the same big city amenities at a much lower cost of living. We spoke to residents and recent travelers to the cities that ranked as less expensive on the annual EIU index when compared to their continent's other cities, and heard their advice on what makes living more affordable and how to make the travel cash go even further. Lisbon is a hotspot for travelers due to its affordability and its digital nomad visa. Lisbon, Portugal, as the least expensive city in Western Europe, according to the EIU rankings. Lisbon has been a hotspot for digital nomads in recent years, especially due to its 2022 digital nomad visa that lets freelancers and remote workers stay for 1 to 2 years. Its relatively lower cost, 56% lower than other cities in Western Europe, according to travel cost site Expectistan, also make it an attractive destination for travelers. Lisbon was one of the top cities on my bucket list, and this summer I was finally able to see this vibrant destination for myself, said Mercedes Jacob. Alsop tickets is not only beautiful, welcoming and fun, but also full of budget-friendly things to do. Jack recommends exploring the Bohemian Bairro Alto neighborhood to uncover street art, city views, and sunset gatherings with locals. She also enjoyed exploring the free Park Eduardo, the 7th Central Park, which features estufas, greenhouses that showcase exotic plants from Portugal and the tropics. The free Museu do Teatro Romano gives a peek into the city's Roman past with preserved theater ruins. To experience authentic fado music, Jack suggests heading to the affordable Tasca do Chico. The old cozy tavern is adorned with photos, posters, and clippings of the soulful fado singers and performers, and the atmosphere there is genuinely authentic, she said. It also offers amazing live fado shows without any entrance fees. She recommends going on Mondays or Wednesdays when there's local singers and fewer crowds. Visitors can learn how to tango with locals at a Milonga a night in Buenos Aires, Argentina, with the worst inflation rates in the world and plummeting currency valuations. Buenos Aires made the bottom 10 cities of the index, ranking 163 out of 173. The currency destabilization has brought more strength than ever to the US dollar, which is sought after by residents as a way to preserve their savings, known as the dollar blue or blue dollar rate. This exchange rate is often taken advantage of by travelers on the ground via Western Union. Money here goes much further than it did even 5 years ago, but it helps to be savvy about it. One thing I picked up is that it's way better to pay in cash rather than using a foreign credit card, said Josephine Remo Vindera, a writer and a digital nomad. It's one of those little tricks that really makes a difference in how far your money goes, because rent and food are so much more affordable here. She's planning to stay 6 months before heading back to Europe. The right neighborhood can also lower costs. Alex Trembath, travel blogger at Career Grappers, recently stayed in the historic San Telmo neighborhood, which he found was an ideal base for budget activities. There's a lively weekly market on Sundays, many affordable places to eat and drink, and some fantastic free walking tours to explore the art and culture of the area and the nearby Boca neighborhood, he said. He also went to a Milonga night, where visitors can learn how to tango with locals. It's a lot cheaper than going to one of the tourist tango shows, he said, and a more authentic experience. Travelers find Toronto to be an affordable and welcoming destination, especially for families. Toronto, Canada. While North American inflation has slowed, big US cities like New York and Los Angeles still rank within the top 10 most expensive places in the world. Meanwhile, Canadian cities to the north continue to remain lower in the cost of living rankings. Of all the Canadian cities ranked, Toronto ranks the most affordable, coming in at number 27. Combined with being one of the world's most livable cities, travelers find Toronto to be an affordable and welcoming destination, especially for families. Toronto resident Stephanie Ciccarelli, co-founder of vacation rental platform Lake, recommends city sightseeing via a boat cruise on Lake Ontario, visiting the Hockey Hall of Fame, or ascending the iconic CN Tower. A fan favorite is going up the tower in its high-speed elevator to walk the iconic observation deck for panoramic view of the cityscape and waterfront, said Ciccarelli. Toronto is also known as the city within a park, with plenty of green space available for time in nature. I love being able to leave my apartment and go on a nice walk and hike and enjoy the outdoors, said Toronto resident Natalia Buia. Her favorites include High Park, Trinity Bellwoods, and Toronto Island Park. And while she says inflation can definitely still be felt here, you can find a diverse array of food at every price point. Whether you wanna grab a bite at a local dive or spoil yourself with fine dining, you can find literally any type of food you want at any time of day, said Buia. Much like in New York, there is no shortage of exquisite restaurant options, but I argue it's a tad bit more affordable here. Despite its reputation for being expensive and busy, Tokyo has plentiful nature opportunities to keep costs low. Tokyo, Japan, moving 3 down the index this year and ranking 60 overall. Tokyo continues to be Japan's most expensive city yet. Is now more affordable than fellow Asian cities like Singapore and Hong Kong, while other countries battle inflation. Japan has been in a multi-year battle with deflation, trying to maintain the monetary strength of the yen. This combined with Japan only recently completely reopening to tourism post-COVID makes it an especially affordable time for travelers to visit. The cost of living in Tokyo ranks well behind cities like New York City, London, and Singapore, said Tokyo resident Masa Yamamoto, senior manager of corporate communications at real estate developer Mori. That makes the urban attractions and the big city experiences much more accessible here, and the plentiful nature opportunities within the city itself can keep costs low. Yamamoto encourages tourists to stroll the 24,000 square meters of urban gardens and public art installations at the newly developed Azabudai Hills neighborhood for free. Visitors will be surrounded by 320 species of plants and can enjoy an orchard with 11 types of fruit trees, including mandarin oranges, blueberries, lemons, apples, peaches, and plums, he said. For a new perspective on the city, he recommends the contemporary art Mori Art Museum and its connected Tokyo City View, which offers a view of the city from 250 meters above sea level for just 2,000 yen. Cottesloe Beach is one of Perth's most iconic spots for dip. Perth, Australia, ranking as much more affordable than its eastern neighbors Sydney and Melbourne. Perth offers residents a laid-back lifestyle that's made even easier with its temperate climate, beautiful beaches, and abundant nature. Since Perth has a high number of employees in the mining sector, salaries also tend to be higher here, which gives locals more spending power. Perth's affordability lets me live a more relaxed lifestyle. My rent would double or even triple for a comparable apartment in Sydney, said Nadia Cuthbertson, Perth resident and founder of Perth Weekend. I've got more disposable income to get up and about and enjoy activities like cocktails on rooftop bars and seafood dinners overlooking the ocean. Her favorite rooftop spots include the rooftop at QT for its spectacular view and the Mechanics Institute for its more laid-back atmosphere. But she also recommends fish and chips at the iconic Cottesloe Beach as the sun sets over the ocean. For those looking to explore nature, she recommends renting a catamaran from South Perth foreshore to sail the Swan River, or trying snorkeling at Metham's Pool, a naturally formed lagoon featuring starfish and mollusks. Living It is a series from BBC Travel that discovers what it's like to reside in some of the world's top destinations.